What a great day for Ohio, and what a great day for the United States. I want to thank everyone who made this possible. Too many to name, but especially Governor Mike DeWine. The tone starts at the top. And Lieutenant Governor John Husted. Members of our General Assembly, Jobs Ohio President and CEO J.P. Nassif, Columbus Partnership CEO Kenny McDonald, and Dr. Grace Wong, Executive Vice President for the Enterprise for Research, Knowledge, and Innovation at Ohio State. I also want to recognize U.S. Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, Senator Sherrod Brown, and Senator Rob Portman, and our Congressmen Troy Balderson, Mike Carey, and Bill Johnson. We thank all of them for joining us today for this historic announcement. And as we welcome Mr. Pat Gelsinger and Intel, Kayvon, we are so honored to represent Ohio. I am so honored to represent Ohio's exceptional higher education sector. I know that the state's deep and broad educational resources were key to Intel's decision to choose Ohio for this, and for this semiconductor campus. And we're all here to help you achieve the vision that you shared with Leslie Stahl in 60 Minutes, which is that we want Intel and the United States to rebalance the global chip-making capacity. Today, the majority of advanced semiconductor devices are fabricated by the Taiwanese chip manufacturing, or TSMC, and Korean chip manufacturer, Samsung. I know both of these organizations well. I actually fabricated the first chips I designed through TSMC, and I collaborated with Samsung to integrate these silicon photonic devices into rear projection display systems. It's truly exciting that Intel is going to put the United States back in the business of state-of-the-art semiconductor manufacturing right here at home, right here in Ohio. I hope you don't mind, I'm going to go off a little script here, Pat, just to say, over the past 40 years, we've watched Moore's Law shrink transistor line widths from microns to nanometers. And that allows us to drive up the density of transistors on a chip by a factor of 1,000,000. We've also watched, not so famous, but Moore's second law, which has become a reality too, and that is the cost of semiconductor processing facilities also grows nonlinearly, which is why this investment is even more remarkable 40 years on. But success here will require well-educated scientists, engineers, technicians, and managers. And Mr. Gelsinger, at the time you joined Intel, I was carrying out independent research in the clean rooms of our alma mater, learning about semiconductor and photolithographic processing. And I was taught by technicians who had gone through the Foothills Community College semiconductor processing curriculum. You may remember Foothills Community College. So I saw firsthand the importance of a really skilled technical workforce and the power of connecting 2-year and 4-year research institutions. And as a leading research and land-grant institution, The Ohio State University is delighted to partner with Ohio Department of Higher Education Chancellor Randy Gardner, and with the entire state, 14 public universities, 74 private universities, 24 regional campuses, 23 community colleges, and 52 other technical centers on projects that will include faculty training and curriculum development, all with the goal of preparing the workforce to support the semiconductor industry for decades to come. And Mr. Gelsinger, I think you will discover that our community spirit here in Ohio is just as great as our intellectual heft. Our wonderful partner, Columbus State Community College, led by President David Harrison, is ready to teach technicians and operators for the Intel campus. And at Ohio State, we are well prepared to produce the engineers, the scientists, and the business professionals that this project needs, while enabling exciting collaborations with Intel to advance research and to serve our country. In support of a high-tech renaissance in manufacturing, Ohio State recently launched a Bachelor of Science degree in Engineering Technology, or BSET, with a concentration in manufacturing at our regional campuses under the leadership of Deans William McDonald and Ayanna Howard. The program is coming soon to Ohio State Newark. And let me just close with a few observations. On the way to Newark today, you might have noticed the absence of new cars in dealership parking lots, which is, of course, about car makers' inability to get semiconductor chips. Semiconductor manufacturers around the globe simply cannot keep pace with the pandemic-induced demand. As smartphone makers defense contractors, information and communication technology companies, medical device makers, and appliance manufacturers all vie for chips. There are serious economic and national security risks if we don't boost making chips in the United States. So today, as we celebrate a great step forward in Ohio's transformation into the Silicon Heartland, let's also celebrate this as a win for the national interest and the new possibilities for our current and future students. Given our increasingly diverse student bodies, Intel Semiconductor Campus and the many spin-out jobs it will generate can help close racial, ethnic, and gender gaps in STEM employment and income, because the median STEM salary is 65% more than non-STEM jobs. At Ohio State, as at Intel, those of us who have great lives because of our own access to STEM and STEAM education are committed to spreading such opportunities as widely as possible. Obviously, today is just the start of something very big. The need for Intel semiconductors is only going to grow as our digital economy expands, as we apply artificial intelligence and machine learning to many challenges in our world. I'm so glad that this is happening in a state that's made such intelligent investments in higher education and that is ready to lead a global economy that is growing ever smarter, faster, and more sustainable. Thank you again. And now I'd like to ask Lieutenant Governor John Husted to come to the podium.